are settling in. Now, it's not no variants, but it addresses some of the variants. You know what also addresses some of the variants? A mirror matchup.
It's a mirror matchup, yeah.
There's no poor matchup. It's a straight up mirror to decide who will be walking or probably taking the train home with all of the booty.
So we have 2 dices for Claedeus, I think so. No, it's not Claedeus. It's Popeye because he's sitting in the top, and Claedeus is.
I'd recognize those hands from anywhere.
No, I saw that that Claedeus was giving his deck to his opponent.
And of course, we haven't seen red sleeves yet, of course.
Yeah, Popeye has the dice, okay.
Yeah. So Popeye on top and Claedeus on the bottom. There will be having a little roll off. That is a natural 1.
That's a natural
paired by a natural 1. A mirror matchup once again.
It's
a 6. Can he?
It's 6. It's the 1. Oh.
So speaking for Claedeus, but consistency for Popeye, and that is a real question. Would you prefer to peak, or would you prefer to be consistent? Now that is a show of brotherly love.
Yeah,
these 2 guys
team guys
sharing a team, sharing so many scrim games together. They must feel a little conflicted playing the grand finals, but man, what an absolute pleasure to play. To know that regardless if you win or lose, it's going to such a deserving player, that it's staying within the family. And I'll be very honest, I'm rooting for Popeye just because he has the promo. and if you think that is superficial, well, I guess you might be right on that one.
Okay, so we might have a look into the hand of Popeye, and I see 2 similar cards.
Yeah, the hands have already been selected, I feel like, as there's 3 cards hitting the mana zone as well.
Yes.
Any last decisions will be tidied up right now, and we are getting ready to start. Oh, and you can't fault them for thinking over each decision twice to make sure there are no silly mistakes being made. Man, it is tense. It is tense with everything on the line. I mean, we keep saying it, but imagine playing over what has to be, I think, like over 10 hours right now. Right? Well, what time is it currently? Yeah, we're nearing the 11-hour mark.
Yes.
On this tournament. We are nearing 11 hours of focus, of staying locked in, on trying to play, all the rules correct. I can only imagine how exhausted these guys are. And at this moment, they are expected to play on the highest level that they have done so far. Now, day 1 seems to be going 1 for 1. No cards drawn either side. However, just the 1 card invested from Popeye. So it's those little tiny advantages that are gonna have to make the difference. It's gonna be very rare to catch any of these players making an awful mistake, right?
They're getting now a timer to see.
These players are not, you don't get into the finals by making silly mistakes at the end. So it's the tiniest margins that are going to have to make the difference today.
Well, I'm trying to read the chat.
Yeah, there's some arguing going on.
Yes,
they're all keeping it civil. I'm very happy that.
Yeah.
So
they are discussing a lot of things, but that's okay.
Ooh. Now this is such a flip. This is such a flip. The race is on to find the unlicensed withdrawal right now.
Yes.
The longer that this Bastion is allowed to stay in the field,
it's making a huge difference.
It's like playing against Gul'ran right now.
Yeah.
Who is already on 8 mana.
Yeah.
If this gets to stay around for one more day after this, it's already paid for itself. I believe the player token has already switched.
Bastion in his deck, this interesting one, yeah.
Has it? Oh, he used the mechanic. So he does get to start right now. He discarded the mechanic to get this out on turn 4, so he could be the first player, guaranteeing at least 2 extra boosts coming out.
Yeah.
And man, that does not look like a license withdrawal, does it? Was it maybe? It could be. It could be.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it might be.
I think he has it. Yes.
But that is going to be quite.
It's a card on the
It
left.
has to be. It has to be.
Yeah,
there we go.
there it is, there
And
it
that
is.
was such a big investment.
Yeah.
What an investment for today's only to run into the unlicensed withdrawal. I mean, that is the risk you take.
That was a top decker from he picked it up from the deck.
Skillfully top decked from Popeye.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that is just the way it has to go, right? Getting maximum value from the field reinforcements right now. Yeah, Keelan, I have to agree with you there. It's so consistent, so versatile, makes the Tasia matchup so much more bearable, which was considered as the toughest matchup for Sigismar. Being able to have some more answers in that matchup is absolutely such a big boon, and the reason we see Sigismar continue its success despite losing a staple in Baba Yaga. Now, we are back up even. It did cost Popeye 2 expeditions, right?
Yes.
But in the end, what has been lost, we are evening up again, and
Right.
Claedeus did have to discard his mechanic for it. And like we said, this is not a splashy big entrance battle. This is a battle of tiny margins that are going to have to make the difference. And discarding a card left or right might just be the thing that will be the deciding factor in such a close nail-biter of a match.
Monolith Legat
Was played, and
Such a valuable card in the mirror,
he
right?
has a unique card in his hand. It's a Categorian Alchemist, I think.
Yeah, I believe it's 2.
And it's a Sandman.
Pardon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we are a little bit...
We could move some of the screens, Miriam. We could move some of the screens to block it.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe, yeah.
Well,
So,
I mean,
so it's getting
we are getting too excited.
yes, too excited, and our voice wall is now
And I had 106 other players to mask it,
yeah.
but they have all gone home.
Yes. Yeah, there are some guys that are still looking for the game.
Basically. So,
We're pulling in cards for him.
it's me again. So basically, we have, it's
We had
a lot,
interference from us.
it's a lot less loud in there right now, and I started to hear these guys not from my headphones on the left, but also from my ear on the right, and them talking about they have a license withdrawal or whatever. So this tone is fine. I've put you up a little bit higher on the audio for the others. It's very hard, but I'm asking these casters to do.
Well,
because
it's
quite close.
it's your fault for putting up such a hype tournament.
Yeah,
that I can't contain
I'm
myself.
doing my best. Next time I'll do a really dull, not interesting tournament.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Maybe allow only Afanas to be played.
Nah, I think it's just Waru.
Only
Just,
Afanas.
just Waru and just sleep.
No
sleep.
uniques. No
No uniques. Only sleep casting.
Honestly,
only bureaucrats.
I am on board for the mana convergence tribal.
so we maybe move to a watching mode and not to commentary mode.
Definitely do commentary.
Yeah, we'll keep it.
Yeah,
We'll keep it.
Okay, cool.
Getting really.
I get it. All good. All good. Now, as the last cards are being played, and we're still that even, uniques coming out left and right. You can see that Claedeus is heavily invested in this one hero expedition. Quite tricky because the cards are getting a little strong, so to speak, with the Categorian Alchemist being out, and that is the power of the legate, right? Like we said, a single sabotage, a single support ability you used can be the difference between having the gas later on to fight yourself through it or not. And it is tight. These cards are. There's not a lot of gas left in these things. They are. It's cutting it very, very close. It's cutting it very, very close. Even for the moment.
Did we saw the Caligarian on screen? I don't know. The unique
I
card?
don't believe we have yet.
No. It's
But-
1 in green and 1 in red and 0 in blue, I think.
But I believe we give boosts to another character.
Yes. Yes, has an arrow on it.
Yeah, so they will be trading another time, 1 for 1. And as Claedeus, right? You will be looking to sabotage right now. You will be first player in a bit again. You will be.
Yeah. There's a unique. It's
You
1
are,
1
you
0.
are hunting for that
Yeah.
sabotage.
So it's an arrow. It's a draw a card and draw a card again. So 2 card draws when it one's good for him. And if you control a token, up to 2 characters
Yeah.
each gain 2.
So it's 4
boosts.
mana, 5/5/4. That will also draw you a card. Pretty spicy. Pretty spicy.
And up to 1 target character gains fleeting by discarding the card. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
is
a little bit
that's a steep price to
expensive.
pay currently.
Yeah.
So I definitely think we haven't seen the top decks yet from today's.
Oh,
But
that's
it's-
a running call. Yes.
Coming in. Yeah,
Yes. It's a
which
running call.
will be very valuable. Yeah.
Yes.
When we can see cards in hand,
Yeah,
we're gonna
yes.
have to go even lower
Yes.
because I mean, having Sandman in this matchup is already very very strong.
Yeah.
But then being able to deny that is even stronger. Or even when
Yeah.
you have it yourself, right? Boost your own creature and get it awoken from sleep. And we are getting into the position where
Oh,
where 2 more steps can almost decide the game.
there are lists which contains no running call anymore, but in mirror matchup, it's quite good.
It is, and this is one of those cards that had to be taken out because of curving, because of cards that could be
Yeah.
identified from within the deck. And Claedeus is fighting an uphill battle right now, right? Has to take 4 more steps while Popeye is only needing 2 more. And that is really kind of the gambit that you're taking when you are playing the Ordos Bastion, right? You are, I don't want to say gambling, but you are putting a lot of eggs in a single permanent, hoping that you get your value out of it.
Yeah.
End of the day, he's paying 5 mana for 2 power, 2 boosts. That is what the card did for him.
He's discarding his Caligarian Alchemist to
He
give
is
fleeting.
deciding to do it.
Yes, he
Feels comfortable with the resource that he has on hand.
he gives
to-
fleeting for the cadets.
Yeah, and I can't blame him, right? These token generators are so problematic. And he already got the main value out of his
Yeah.
alchemist.
He decided that his card draw is not so powerful than fleeting. That's interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and what you have to keep in mind, right? The expedition currently for Popeye is in forest and in water, which is prime Frog Prince territory.
It is, yes. with
And there's so much
3/0/3.
mana left on the side of today. Still access to 4 mana, a full reserve, and all the tokens he can wish for.
So there is a Frog Prince.
It is coming out, and he is focusing his attention on the one expedition, just putting the token in target expedition, putting pressure on both expeditions, threatening that 2-0 day. But there is a lot of mana still available on the side of Popeye.
So only 1 mana was used already, and we have
6
still
more.
6 left, yeah.
6 more, and it looks like
Like
at least 2
2.
of that will
Maybe
be
the-
going towards
training. What's is he playing? Okay.
You're not, asking for clarity to.
Yes, it's to show which
we'll be
cards
playing
are tapped and
Delegate.
which not.
But
Yes.
it might just not have all the value because chances are that Claedeus will be ending up with an empty reserve now, won't he? Playing the Ordis Trooper, only leaves him with 1 more mana.
He's thinking about to play the Legate, but
Yeah, he was considering it, but he did
But-
take it back.
no. Yeah.
It's not touch and move here, guys. It's not touch and move. We get to be a little bit, and he could. It's not a bad call to just play the rallying call. See if he can bait out any more investments from the side of Claedeus. He has the mana for it. He is heading cards. This is Popeye's game to lose right now.
Yeah.
I think we can tell. Like normally, I'd say it's very even,
But he
but
decides
with the
for
margins
Legate.
being so small as they are,
And
small leads turn into big advantages.
He thought to tap another mana, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, so it's 1 for the trooper, 2 for the cadet. So it's 3 taps,
Yeah.
4 still open.
Yes.
And once again, this game is being watched like hawks by all the judges that are still up here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes.
and of course these players are so skilled at what they do.
Yeah. Being a player in that spot is so hard because everyone's looking to you. And
There are people
For some
screaming
peo-
in a
yes.
room away.
yes, yeah, there are other guys who are screaming. And yeah, so another frog prince.
Another Frog Prince.
Yeah,
That is he is really fearing that extra sabotage, but can he afford to go 1 for 1 again? Because at that point, a single double advance is enough for Popeye to win. Now there's only 4 mana left, but 2 teamwork trainings can be enough.
can't see the mana left that is on the side of.
He
Claedeus.
stepped out. He stepped out.
He stepped out.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Because it's 2 for the thing, it's 2 for the Frog Prince,
Okay.
another 2 for the Frog Prince.
yeah, okay. So we see another card reveal. It's Sandman.
It is the Sandman, and he does
Yeah.
have the rallying call.
Yes.
He does have the
And he
rallying call.
has the last.
Yeah, no, this he
Yes,
might be
no,
he might be
no.
looking for the double advance.
Yes. So it looked like.
So he is stepped out right now.
Yes. But it looked like that he's losing, but now the.
I mean, he doesn't even have to, right? He can just borrow it and leave the rallying call for next turn.
Yes, of course.
He doesn't have to, because right now it is. I mean, that's a lot of Frog Princes, right? That's 3, 6, and another 1. So it is 7 in water, 2, 2, and 1. So that's 5.
Yeah. So,
So the rallying call would only put it up to
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Still not enough to
yeah.
push through. So it's probably best to just let it sleep.
Yeah.
Let sleeping recruits live for now, and push that bench on the other side. He will not be blocking he is blocking currently the forests for Claedeus. So he is looking to go 1 for 1 again, and then have an absolutely devastating final day where he will be threatening the victory. He's getting so close to it.
Yeah.
And with the answers up his sleeve, a reserve full of cards, and a victory within his grasp, a ticket to Paris almost fully in his pocket right now.
Yeah.
But that final day, you never know what the top card will be holding for you.
So we might have seen the new cards he have drawn.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
Now, he hasn't put down his new token yet. He will be getting at noon. Dude, I am rooting for Siggy too, man. We're on the same team. I do believe that we're pointing out that there is another token to be spawned right now, unless we're still in mourning. No, betrayal. I can't believe that.
So Sandman and the Trooper in reserve for
Honestly,
Popeye.
I
and
am rooting for us because we're eating good today. We are
Yes.
getting some absolutely stellar performances. Now, mana being put in, noon will be triggered. Another little recruit will make its way onto the battlefield. Any second now.
So
Any second now. Is he going to make a play without putting the token?
he has a cadet in his hand. I
They
think so.
both mana, right?
Yeah. He has
Or,
a
well, Claedeus might not have mana because he's like so tight on cards, right? He keeps investing, he keeps getting fleeting on his creatures.
good. Discussing.
Fun
Yes.
fact, I actually entered this cast and I actually told Meg Hot Dog, like, I kind of want to avoid a calm golf-like cast. I want to put some energy into it.
Yes, but we can't. So
You can't escape it, not for the finals.
it's quite calm when it comes to putting. So
Can you round it out? Taking out his iron.
yes, taking out
His iron 9.
this Iron 9. Well, at least
Don't know.
you should know
There
that
is-
I am playing golf, but you should know that before.
There is a trooper that is rightfully Popeye's, putting him already in such an advantage position right now. And all I can say is that this man has victory within its grasp. Will be stalling, looking for the
Yes.
opportune moment to see where he has to invest, doesn't mind showing the rallying call, taking a little gamble that if there is a Sandman in the hands of Claedeus, it won't matter if the rallying call is in his hand or not.
It looks like for me that it will be maybe one of the first defeats for Claedeus.
Yeah, I think the only comment I would have with it is I would have loved to see the Trooper played instead. It's also 1 mana. You put pressure on both expeditions, and you can save your rallying call.
Yes, because you're revealing this
pivot,
card.
to
Yes,
pivot.
yes, you are
You
giving
are-
information away.
Yeah, you're giving more, and you're putting more eggs in an expedition that's already winning.
Yes, yes,
But like I said, that is just my opinion, right? It's not critique.
yeah. But,
It's
you,
just
but
like-
you're right.
I wonder if he wouldn't consider that, but maybe he is really definitely afraid of a
And
teamwork.
he has to
break.
peer at least or spy because we have
Exactly.
yes. So giving that information away might be not the perfect sequence of playing, but okay.
Checking one more time what biome he's in.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, that's a problem because we caster can't see that sometimes as well.
He's in solo mount.
Yes, in
Solo
some amount. Yes. So it's
If you ever can't make it out, just look at what is on the other side of the card,
yeah.
and then whatever is not there will
Yeah.
be the biomes that will be there. All right, there is the Orders Trooper
Yeah.
trying to put up an answer. It will be coming from reserve, and I mean I do not believe Claedeus managed. I do not believe Claedeus managed. So I think he's still on 5 or maybe 6 mana. He's really fighting for his cards.
Yeah.
Every day is about survival for this man. There it is, Orders Trooper in response. It's really, it's up to Claedeus to make the first strike, right? And then it is, it will be Popeye who will have the opportunity to answer it with a plethora of answers that he has at his disposal. I mean, we still haven't seen a lot of teamwork trainings.
No.
We've only seen the single
The single withdrawal.
the single withdrawal, right?
Yeah.
Will not be much of a boon
Yeah.
for
Now we see the reserve
For-
for Popeye.
for Popeye.
Yeah.
That has because there's no boosts on the side of Claedeus. But yeah, a single piece of removal can make all the difference. Now, going over his options, seeing what's still left in his deck, what is discarded.
Only the players are talking. Everyone else is calm.
It is tricky. That Sandman, just 2 mana from reserve. That
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost. No.
Yeah,
You can only imagine that we'll be targeting the Sandman,
The Sandman,
just because of the
yes.
value. The
Yes,
2 mana, 3/3
yes. Yeah.
works in both the companion and the hero zone.
But he's thinking about. Yeah. Now he's
And
claiming it.
if it is going to a next day, right? He will have Jack Frost at his disposal from day 1.
Yeah.
So he will be first player being able to exhaust whatever is still juicy in that reserve of Popeye.
Yeah.
So if there was a pivoting point, it is now. There's only 3 mana left, 2 cards in hand. There is still a Frog Prince, but that is not doing him that much good because with Popeye being in mountains, it's not really what you're looking for, is it? Now, Orders Crier, 1/1/0. The Orders Recruit, 1/2/2. Once again, Popeye is looking for mountains in his companion expedition. Claedeus is looking for forests in his companion expedition. 3 forests against 2 forests. In favor of Claedeus, 3 mountains against 3 mountains. Tied. It is tense. And right now, the Frog Prince is useless. The Frog Prince, you can disregard it.
Yeah.
Because it does not stop in mountains. It does not give any mountains whatsoever. And if he does not stop Popeye, we will have a winner.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what we call the booster fly effect.
She just opened recently. Did have another code in it. Yeah.
there's only a single mana left. Yeah, Popeye just had the answer for the little Orders Bastion Gambit.
Yeah. He's
That was
playing another
that is a
land.
miss, and that is another one in mountains, putting him on 4. They're tied at the moment, but I believe is that 4 mana still open? I do believe that's 4 mana still open.
Yeah.
Now, he did use the Rallying Call because that is no longer in his reserve. That extra boost will put him on 5. There is the unlicensed
And
draw. Man, it is not enough. He didn't have the mana for it.
Yeah.
And that is Popeye, your number one player.
Congratulations.
What an absolute feat. He is your first player in the Altered World Championship in Paris.
Yeah.
What an absolute feat. And I think
Congratulations from my side.
you deserve to be there if you beat the reigning champion. It's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
Yeah. Yes. We need, I think, maybe both players in an interview if they are able to.
Well, I think we're gonna have to finish it up real quick because
We have to finish, yeah?
I believe we are there will be no time for an interview. I'm gonna look at Rutger. No time for anything else, right?
I doubt it.
All right. Well, yeah, that was my call as well.
Yeah.
It's man, what an
It
absolute
would be
bang
nice
of
to
a match.
have,
It came
some.
it came down to the very limit of what a Sigismar can do. You gotta respect the players for giving it their all. One more time, shout out, big congrats to the winner, Popeye. Yeah, we're gonna finish it up here, guys. Thank you so much for drawing in.
Yeah.
I hope to see you again on the next Duck event. Let's make it as much of a success as it was today.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining in. Like Hot Dog, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
much,
joining
Dennis.
me. What an absolute banger of a day.
Yes.
We're going to be closing down. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Get out there, grind those games, win that spot in the World Championship for yourself. There's still plenty of tournaments being played. Hope to see you out on the field. Keelan, thanks for sticking with us through the entire day. Happy Pride. And until the next guy. Guys, thank you so much. Bye-bye.